Welcome to OnCourtAI, the UK's leading AI tennis coach. I'm Coach Chris, joined as always by former touring professional Alex and sports psychologist Dr. Sam. Welcome back to Court Report. This week, we have some exciting data to dive into from our OnCourtAI community. Over the past 7 days, 115 videos were uploaded by 50 players, and we welcomed 60 new members. It's great to see so many players getting involved and looking to improve their games. Today, we'll be focusing on some key insights from these videos, especially around serving and the importance of technique. Let's jump right into our stroke breakdown.
Absolutely, Chris. The breakdown shows that serves are leading the way with 44 videos uploaded and an average score of about 64 out of 100. That tells us that while players are trying to work on their serves, there's room for improvement. The scores range from about 54 to 75, which indicates a mix of struggling and solid performance. It's fascinating to see how serving is such a critical skill, especially when we compare it to other strokes like forehands and backhands.
That's right, Alex. The mental aspect of serving can't be overlooked either. It's such a high-pressure moment in a match, and strong serving can really set the tone for the game. Players may feel anxious or under pressure when serving, which can affect their technique and results. Working on refining their serve mechanics can not only improve their scores, but also boost their confidence when they step onto the court.
Exactly. And speaking of mechanics, let's take a closer look at the scores across different strokes. The average score for forehands was a bit lower, sitting at around 53, with a range from 43 to 64. It seems like many players are struggling with their forehands, which is such a crucial part of their game. We often see that if a player's forehand isn't working, it can throw off their entire match strategy.
For sure. When you look at the backhand scores, they did a bit better, averaging 61 with a range from 53 to 67. This suggests that those players might be more comfortable with their backhands than forehands. It's interesting to see those trends. I remember from my days on tour that a solid backhand can really surprise opponents, especially if they're expecting a strong forehand instead.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the individual highlights from our community this week. We had some standout performances. For instance, James scored 80 on their serve with a toss height of 47 centimeters. Those numbers show that they have a solid grasp of their technique, which is fantastic. This kind of performance can really elevate someone's confidence on the court.
Definitely. And then we have Milena, who had the best shoulder-hip coil with an X-factor separation of 49 centimeters on their forehand. If we break that down, an optimal X-factor separation allows for a better trunk coil, which can lead to more power when they uncoil into their shot. So it's impressive to see such a high score in this area. It shows that Milena is on the right track for maximizing their potential.
That's a great point, Chris. The biomechanics of the X factor are crucial for players at any level. When you can create that rotational gap, it's almost like winding up a spring before releasing all that energy into the shot. It's something I practiced extensively on tour, and it made a significant difference in my power and placement.
And let's not forget about Shoji, who demonstrated excellent weight transfer with a hip-forward movement of 60 centimeters on their backhand. It's impressive because effective weight transfer can directly enhance shot power and stability. I think this is a great example of how physical technique can be closely tied to a player's mental focus. When they can feel their body working correctly, it boosts their confidence.
Exactly, and it's about developing that muscle memory. Now, let's talk about some of the other notable scores. Jim had a score of 80 on their serve, with a toss height of 32 centimeters and a knee bend of 106 degrees. While they're doing well overall, their trophy elbow score was 161 degrees, which indicates there's room for improvement. This is vital because the trophy position sets the stage for generating power.
You're spot on, Chris. That trophy position is crucial. A player's elbow should ideally be around 90 to 110 degrees for maximum racket drop and power generation. If Jim can refine that position, it could make a substantial difference in their serve performance, especially when we consider how much pressure serves can put on a player.
Indeed, and it's a great reminder that even small adjustments can lead to significant improvements in performance. The mental aspect of making those adjustments is important too. Players often need to trust their training and not overthink during matches. Building that habit of adjusting their serve while staying confident can take time, but it's absolutely achievable.
Absolutely. With that said, let's shift gears to our drill of the day, which is all about knee bend drills for serving. This drill is perfect for enhancing leg drive and body mechanics, which we've seen as a common theme in many of the videos. To start, players should practice bending their knees to an optimal angle of 130 to 150 degrees while standing and during practice serves.
That sounds like a fantastic drill, Chris. Knee bend is so important for generating power in a serve, and it's often an area that players overlook. When you think about professional players, they all have a strong knee bend at the trophy position. It allows them to explode up and into the ball, making their serves more effective.
Exactly. And the mental side of practicing this drill is just as important. Players should focus on consistency and developing a mindset where they feel comfortable with the knee bend. Getting into the habit of monitoring their knee angle during practice can lead to improvements on the court. I'd recommend starting with 10 minutes of focused practice on this drill to start seeing results.
Great point, Dr. Sam. Here's how the drill works step by step. First, players need to stand with their feet shoulder-width apart and take a moment to feel their balance. Next, they should lower into a knee bend, focusing on keeping the angle between 130 and 150 degrees. While holding that position, they can practice their serve motion. This helps develop the leg drive needed for a more powerful serve.
And common mistakes to avoid include straightening the legs too soon or bending too shallow. It's crucial to maintain that knee bend throughout the motion for maximum force. I remember during my time on tour, coaches would emphasize this drill constantly. It may seem simple, but that foundation can elevate your whole game.
And let's not forget the habitual aspect of this drill. Players should aim to practice this drill consistently, perhaps integrating it into their routine every few sessions. By building this habit, they'll start to feel the knee bend becoming automatic, which will translate into their matches.
Exactly. To close out this drill, the key takeaway is simple. Mastering your knee bend can significantly enhance your serve power and effectiveness. A strong serve not only helps in winning points, but also boosts your confidence on the court. So get out there, practice those knee bend drills, and watch your serve transform. Ready to improve your game? Upload your shot today at OnCourtAI.co.uk.